Mr. Blair? Here. Mrs. Grosh? Here. Mrs. Gutierrez?
Here.
Mr. Hall?
Present.
Mrs. Morales?
Here. And with that, join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As a reminder, I want to let everybody know that this meeting is being live streamed, so please remember to speak directly and clearly into your microphone and to turn it on. Moving to I have a question for you, Nicole. We don't have any public comment today, right? We will still need to read the public comment at board meetings.
There is no public comment,
Okay.
and so I don't think you need to introduce it.
Thank you.
Just going back to consideration of additional agenda items.
That's my next one. I haven't got there yet. So this is how I do that, and then I get to consideration of additional. So consideration of additional agenda items. Mike, would you like to add something?
Yes, just add to under item 13, new business, D, just a motion for a Board of Directors special meeting on June 24th.
Thank you. And the other item, the other consideration that we need to make is that for new business, we had the Waterworld attraction scheduled, and that has been postponed, so we won't be discussing that today. Are there any other additional agenda items that we should consider? Hearing none, moving on. There's no public comment. So now we're moving to introductions and presentations. And Deputy Director Bob Owens and Security Manager Sherry Duran are here to present to us. And so looking forward to the presentation.
All right, good evening. Thank you. So we just have a few remarks, and then it'll be our privilege to introduce some guests that we have here with us tonight. As you hopefully all know, Sherry Duran, our Highland Hills Security Manager, will be joining me this evening. We want to talk a little bit about some of the emergency planning events that happened here at Waterworld. So on Wednesday, April 23rd, over 400 city, county, and federal law enforcement officers, first responders, emergency planners, victims advocates, community volunteers, students, and Highland Hills team members gathered at Waterworld for the third Waterworld emergency planning exercise. It was the third, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. This realistic training event provided an invaluable training opportunity to test and refine strategies essential for managing critical incidents, enhancing the preparedness of all agencies involved. This exercise was widely acknowledged as a significant success in improving the readiness of Highland Hills, Waterworld, and enhancing coordination amongst multiple agencies in high-stress, high-impact environments. It provided an essential platform to test and validate emergency protocols, ensuring that first responders, teams, and Highland Hills team members can work together effectively and cohesively during a crisis. It also allowed our Highland Hills team members to better understand the logistics and challenges associated with reunification in our unique environment. Our team, led by Waterworld Manager J.R. Bernanzoni, made significant strides in planning and execution of reunification activities. While every one of the 400 participants contributed to making this event a success, we wanted to take the opportunity to recognize the following community members specifically. These experts were pillars of this event, working over the course of 8 months in assisting with the details and contributed their expertise, time, and resources to the planning and preparation of the event. Their contributions not only benefited this event, but also provided the opportunity to forge connections and partnerships throughout the North Metro community. This exercise was only possible with their dedication and support. If I can ask the board to step down for our recipients, and when I call your name for the folks that are out in the audience here, please come forward. We do know that we have quite a few folks tonight that couldn't be with us due to scheduling constraints, so we'll call their names anyway, but pleased that we have some here tonight that we can recognize. What's that? Yeah, right there. All right, thank you. So I'll start reading these names. So representing the city of Federal Heights, and it doesn't look like we have anyone here tonight to join us from Federal Heights, but Robert Grotto, Chief of Police, Mark Mahoney, Fire Chief, and Carl Ballard, Police Deputy Chief. Representing the city of Thornton, Daniel Wilson, Lieutenant. Representing Adams County, Colorado, Ron Sigmund, Emergency Manager. Ron, come on down. Go up. Yeah, we're just... And Ron, we'll have you hang out a second with us. All right. Thank you. Representing Adams County Fire Protection, Mark Schuman, Division Chief of Emergency Management. Representing Mapleton Public Schools, Daniel Jimenez. And representing Rampart Search and Rescue, David Haskin, Chief. As a token of our appreciation and for your partnership, Highland Hills will be planting a tree at Waterworld to honor each of you and your dedication to helping us provide a safer and better prepared community. Like these trees, we look forward to growing and strengthening these partnerships over the coming years. So thank you. I also wanted to take a moment to recognize Highland Hills Security Manager, Sherry Duran, for her work on this exercise. Sherry worked for nearly a year preparing this event, with many hours of planning, document writing, and preparation, which also included running pre-trainings for our teams, meeting with many exercise partners, representing Highland Hills with our community partners, and acting this year as the exercise coordinator. I know she had a lot of late evenings because I got a lot of emails late at night and sometimes some phone calls too. So I know she was working very, very hard on this. I know you had those long days and worked extremely hard to make this event a success, and on behalf of our Highland Hills team, Sherry, we thank you for bettering the safety of our community, Highland Hills, and our team members. You did a terrific job. Thank you. Yep. Our pleasure. Yeah, excellent. I'm going to stay for the meeting. If you want to go, you can do that too. There you go. All right. I'll follow you. Oh. And I forgot to, here, I'm going to have you introduce Brittany. Actually,
Okay.
this would be a nice touch for you.
Okay. I would also like to recognize Brittany Buckner. She is my daughter, but she helped me 100% of the way. She did lots of volunteering, ran lots of errands, made lots of copies. I mean, she's prior law enforcement, and she's getting ready to go to Federal Heights Police Department now, so she'll be also part of this community. So Brittany, if you want to come on up. And I'm happy that, we're seeing the strides and the measurements that we've made in preparing our community. Not just this community, but all around us. So it's good when you can see that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you. I would like to
I move that the Board of Directors of Highland Hills Park and Recreation District approve the minutes of the board meeting of May 29th, 2025 as written.
Second.
No, we do not.
Thank you, Madam President. So since we were just here a few weeks ago, I don't have a lot of new items to add, but I will point out, when we get into the heat of summer, what is normally a week for us in the off-season, it happens in a day for us here. So unfortunately, the weather has not been very cooperative since Memorial Day kickoff of Waterworld. We're happy that we had a great day today. Looks like the forecast is great going forward. So we will cross our fingers and hope that all of the bad weather is behind us and we're off to a great season at Waterworld. But it also, as a reminder, affects not just Waterworld. It affects adventure golf. It affects the golf course. It affects our sports programs that are outside. So a little rough start, but we think that we're going to hit our stride and not have any issues as we go along there. And then beyond that, I just wanted to point out, that now that we are in full season, we moved from about 500 employees to 1,500 employees in a blink of an eye. So we are fully staffed with our 1,500 employees on payroll. The kids are doing a great job from what I've seen so far with the lack of experience because of the closed days. But again, we're hitting our stride and expect to have a great season. Really pleased with the seasonal team that we've brought on so far and hope to have just a wonderful summer. So beyond that, happy to answer any questions that you all have.
10-day forecast, high 80s, low 90s.
That's what we like to see.
Yep.
Does staff want to provide us any high-level overview or point out anything we should be aware of?
I would just echo what Yvonne already said. You'll see a number of facilities are down due to weather, most likely. But I also want to highlight that our social media team has done extremely well in promoting our facilities. You'll see a trend so far this year that we have had more engagements than we've ever had in our social media channels. So marketing and communications continue to do very well. And as the weather turns, I believe we'll finish the year strong.
So, Bob, again, just for, a large facility that we have, it's in its indoor activities, the fitness center, past visits, again, 4th month in a row of decreasing attendance. I know getting new memberships in the summer is kind of tough and so on.
Yeah, this is certainly something we're looking at. We're seeing these numbers in here. There's a couple of factors and a couple of planning items that we are working with on this. First of all, we'll see some marketing kick into the fitness center, especially now that we're kind of getting some things dialed in up there. Some of our historical numbers as we've moved this around are also, we believe, not quite right as we dial in reporting. So there's a little bit of a story there. But the staff understands that our goal is to really market and start driving memberships into the facility and getting those numbers back going the other direction. So it is a priority for us, and we'll keep working on it.
Madam President, I have one question/comment. Did I mention the USA Today reader poll results to the board? Okay, so we were part of 4 different categories for water parks for USA Today. They do a readers poll, so it's a nationwide poll. We were submitted for best water park, for best water slide, for best lazy river, and for best water coaster. The great news is we were in top 5 in all 4 of those categories, and we were number 4 in best water park, and that is across the country. Is that correct? I can't see that far. Number 2, I'm sorry. Shame on me. So, so big kudos to Water World and the team, but something that we can all be really proud of. And again, that goes out across the nation. And then we actually just were informed recently that now they're doing a poll for miniature golf courses. So stay tuned on that one.
A park in Texas. It's a park that we know really well. Is also a nice group of folks. They got number 1, but I have let them know we're coming for them. So, next year there'll be 2 or 3. So,
actually, Director Morales knows the water park, was at that water park.
Yes.
So, yeah, Splashway.
Yep.
I move that the Board of Directors of Highland Hills Park and Recreation District award the bid to Musco Lighting in the amount of $635,000 for the purchase and installation of lighting upgrades at the Highland Hills Sports Complex and authorize the Executive Director to execute the contract on behalf of the district.
Second.
Does the board have any questions or comments?
Comments from staff?
You bet. So we wrote this into the Adams County Open Space Grant as part of the Phase 2 sports complex upgrades. So it was planned for and budgeted for. It's a 60% matching. Prior to doing this, we had the poles evaluated, so we are able to reuse the existing poles. So that's really good news. So to put this kind of in perspective, we spent a little over $300,000 to do one park at Karstens. Us being able to reuse the poles gets 3 parks done for, or 3 ball fields done for $635. So a little perspective there for the board.
Great, and so, I have a question, just so I make sure I understand. So of the $635,000 to replace the lights, then $381,000 will be covered, will be reimbursed from grant award, that's $60,000, do I understand that correctly?
Yeah, if that's the number for 60%, then that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alan, there's some cost savings with the new lights as well. They're more efficient. They don't emit too much light up into the atmosphere or up into the air, so it helps with the neighborhood, helps with keeping darker skies, those types of things. So
Absolutely. We're at the modern standard for our fixtures and what's been chosen. And we're working with a company that's really good at reducing that light pollution. And of course, energy consumption will go way down. And we have some older control panels in there that are getting hard to find parts for. Those get upgraded in this process as well. So.
good job.
Are there any other comments or questions? All of those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No one opposed, the motion passes. I'm looking for a motion for the Board of Directors special meeting.
What, the special meeting or the update?
The special meeting on the 24th.
Okay.
We still have the other one, Margaret,
Okay.
Okay. I'll do that one.
Okay, I'm looking, okay, go ahead.
Okay, I move that the Board of Directors of Highland Hills Park and Recreation District adjust the 2025 board meeting schedule to begin at 5:15 with a study session followed by regular board meeting at 6 o'clock.
Looking for a second?
Second?
Any questions or comments from the board?
Mike, just want to make sure that's enough time for you at 5:15 to get here comfortably? As long as no traffic accidents, those types of things. Cross our fingers.
Great, any other discussion or clarification? Hearing no more discussion, all of those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion passes. We did have in new business the water world attraction, but like I said at the beginning of the additional items, that new business has been pulled and will be addressed at a later time. And so the last order of new business is a special meeting for the Board of Directors. I'm looking for a motion.
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion for a special director meeting on June 24th, starting at 5:15?
4:30.
4:30, okay.
Oh, a second?
What discussion do we have about that motion?
No discussion, it's just a one-time special meeting that day.
Everyone in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. And, hold on, I lost the second part of my agenda. Moving to the Board of Directors Committee update. The first committee that would have an update is the Bylaws Committee. Is there any update from the Bylaws Committee?
We have not met, so we need to get scheduled for us to start meeting again.
Thank you. The next committee is the Capital Projects Committee.
Madam President, there was no meeting since the May 29th board meeting where we provided an update there. And then if we just want to go to the Finance Committee meeting, on June 5th, we held a meeting to review a draft of the annual comprehensive financial report, provided updates, comments collectively between staff and the Finance Committee, and the next version will be turned soon, along with a meeting with our external auditors here coming up.
Great. The next committee meeting is the Lease Committee. Is there an update on the Lease Committee?
We have nothing new to report at this time.
Thank you. Moving to our next agenda item, it's the Board of Directors open discussion, and the first item that we have on the agenda is an update from the Highland Hills Foundation.
I can give that. So the foundation is getting ready for their golf tournament. It's on July 18th. Anybody who would like to participate, you can help with volunteering or help with attending our silent auction or playing in a tournament. It would be great. July 18th, I believe we have 36 teams already entered, probably more now, maybe. So talk to people about playing some golf on July 18th. Our next foundation full board meeting is next week, 2 weeks, July 19th, 1 week. July 19th. So there'll be a foundation board meeting on July 19th.
And the other the other club that Highland Hills supports is the Westminster Rotary Club. And the update that we have from them is that their golf tournament is this upcoming Friday at the Greg Mastriano golf courses. And so if you want to play golf on Friday, come to me and I can help you out. Other than that, the next item, I think that ends the open discussion. Are there any other?
Margaret, I have one more.
Okay.
I'd just like to clarify for everybody that we're changing the board meeting times to include a study session starting at 5:15 and the board meeting starting at 6. So I'm looking at you guys to remind you, you can get here at 5:15 or you can wait until 6. This is to help accommodate timing on the board's part.
Thank you very much for that clarification. With that, the next item is the board meeting action recap that Danny has so graciously agreed to have. I don't have any items, Danny, do you?
There, I don't have any items for
Does anyone
action.
else have any action items that we may have missed?
I would just say to the board, be ready for that budget packet that comes out so that we can be ready to have our special meeting on the 24th, and we're well prepared for that. So I just like to remind board members to watch for that.
Great. Any other comments? That's it? With that, then, I would like to adjourn the meeting.